Guys. This is an amazing milestone. Oh, whoops. This fantastic milestone. I went radio silent for so long. I didn't realize the progress my channel has made. Look at this. 7.5, 0.8. If I go to, oh, whoops, don't want advanced mode right now. I go here. My total, oh, whoops, that's not the right one. My total peak in watch hours was 1.3, and to have all of these at such high peaks, I am so happy about this. And you can't forget, I don't know why this happened, but you can't forget this. 10 subscribers! I am way more happy than I should be about that, but I'm really happy. Anyways, I was scrolling through, looking for something to respond to. I wanted to do a video. I injured my back, injured my shoulder, don't ask. I'm a dumbass. But, like, I was looking through, and I really wanted to do a video responding to, like, a fucking right-wing take on gun laws, because something had popped up into my personal feed. It was just a short from American Dad, which I don't even know why it showed up in my feed. I don't like American Dad, but it had a joke in there that it was a line that I hear so often, that they're saying it completely seriously, and I felt like I should make a video on that, because I haven't really tackled, issues, about the country that I live in, the USA. I mostly tackle Christians and flat earthers, but there are some issues that are just way more important. I'm not gonna say anything about Trump. I don't want to get needlessly political. But I feel like gun violence is a very important thing to talk about. But I was looking through my feed, and I was realizing that there's nothing that's gonna pop up in my feed based on that, because that's not what I've been looking up. So I was thinking about how I wanted to search for it. If I wanted to use some specific people, like if I wanted to look up like Andrew Tate's take on gun laws and stuff like that. But I was doing that, and I went into my analytics, because I was like, I haven't checked my analytics in forever. So I checked them. I got real happy. I started recording without thinking, and now I'm rambling. Whoops. I don't know, let's just pick one. Answers in Genesis. This one looks like it's just gonna be people wanking each other off. I don't want to deal with that. Paradox in 8 minutes. You know what? Just for shits and giggles. Oh, Joe Rogan Trump. Oh, man, that's tempting. That's really tempting. Ooh, do I do that one? Joe Biden. I was looking up. Let's see what's trending on Joe Rogan's fucking. Let's see. It's mostly Trump stuff because the election. I don't want to get involved in that. I don't want to deal with it because I don't know anything about Kamala. I haven't done any research on that. I know a lot about Trump, but I'm not going to touch on that because I don't want to give him the time of day. Let's see. Let's see. What do I want to do? I should have figured this out before I started recording. Now we're 6-7 minutes into the recording. Fuck it. Let's just go for answers in Genesis. I'm sure they'll have a particularly brain-dead take on the situation right now, but I don't know anything about this issue. I'm not going to talk about it. I'm tempted. I don't want to touch this either. Just real quick, I was reading this. You guys realize that iron oxide is a completely different chemical than pure elemental iron, right? You realize that, right? And what's in our bodies isn't even pure elemental iron either. Or maybe it is. But it's in a mixture that reacts differently than iron oxide does. You absolute fuckwits. You know what? Let's just go through their posts and see what they got here. Should pastors preach on current issues? I don't give a fuck. Oh, whoops, I accidentally clicked on it. Whoops. Read more. Is it okay to live on milk alone? Everything in moderation, answers in Genesis. Everything in moderation. Read more. How should we interpret the Bible? You shouldn't. It's full of garbage. Read more. Who decides what truth is? Nobody decides what truth is. Truth is truth. Let's see. Let's get back to where we were. Let's see. How does the Bible guide us today? Really poorly. The flood explains most of the fossils. No, it does not. I've covered that in previous videos. Millions of years of slow and gradual process don't. Yes, it does. Fuck off. God takes human life seriously. I have a feeling this is a pro-life propaganda piece. Why the fuck do you give so much of a shit about when they're babies and you don't give much of a shit about actually giving them proper education? Let's see. Why did Amber die? Who the fuck is Amber? I don't know who Amber is. Are they referring to Amber Heard? Did Amber Heard die? I don't fucking know. As God invented everything you have assumed that God created everything without proving it, so therefore the rest of your comment is meaningless. Next. Do all faiths lead to God? No, not all faiths lead to God. And especially not your God, either. Separated continents and oceans seen today did not exist before Noah's flood. Before the global flood. We have evidence that, the separation of the continents is not as recent, as 6,000 years ago. So even if you're right about the age of the Earth, literally, this statement is still false. Let's see. What's the second part of this? Before the global flood, there was only one supercontinent and one ocean. Bullshit. Is religion good for society? Depends on how outdated the religion is. If the religion is based on ideas from 2,000 years ago, chances are its morals and ideas are completely outdated and will not help with a modern life. But that is not certain. I'm just saying that the ideas and morals in Christianity definitely tend towards that. Through divine intervention, God directed the chosen animals to walk or fly across the single supercontinent to the ark. You have presupposed a great many things, including that God exists, and that He's all-powerful, and that He has the power to compel all of these creatures to do so. You've assumed pretty much everything possible. Not worth my time. Are dinosaurs dangerous? I mean, if they're in a room with you, depends. Because chances are a dinosaur as big as a T-Rex they would instinctually not go through the trouble of chasing you down because you don't have enough energy to support the chase that you will give. Kind is not the same thing as a species, then why do you keep making that corollary? Answers in Genesis. You keep making that corollary. So is it or is it not? Does the New Testament matter more than the Old Testament? Doesn't really matter. Both of them are garbage. Let's see. God has put us here for such a time as this, so let's be faithful to what the fuck? Why is this just buzzwords? God has put us here for such a time as this, so let's be faithful to contend. Yeah, you've presupposed that God is our creator. Fuck off. Should euthanasia be legal? Well, in the eyes of law, as unfortunate as it is, pets are considered property, which makes it completely legal to do whatever the fuck you want with it. I don't think, matters of... I don't think matters as subjective as morals should be factored into whether something is legal or not. So I think it should... I don't think it should stay as it is, but I do think that it should not change because of some fuckwit's morals. Pastor, earnestly think about how you can be more effective in passing on a biblical worldview and encouraging the equipping parents to do the likewise. They're basically just telling their fucking followers to preach to their children, which is really fucking scummy. If pastors aren't teaching congregations a biblical worldview, parents are less likely to have the proper... Yeah, it's just the same thing as before. I don't care about, cheesy cliches. I don't want to read another one of those. When biblical principles are rejected, society suffers. No. Does okay. People are mostly good. No. Not necessarily rejected, but not taken into consideration, then definitely society flourishes. We need to realize that our problem is corrupt minds. Yes. Hating people for what they are born as and calling them corrupt. Thanks for going and blaming the victim. Get the fuck out of here. Human beings... Yes, human beings are unique, but they are disappointingly all the same. They're unique, but in all the ways that really matter, they're all the same. They're not God's creations. Fuck off. Descended from apes. We are not descended from apes. We are apes. We're just a little bit more shiny and a little bit less hairy. Are just animals, savage beasts? Not necessarily. Savage has a different connotation. Evolved from fish. See, that's poisoning the well. We are evolved from beings that lived in the water, but not all beings that live in water are fish. Let's see, in the real world we live in, apes are not made in the image of God, only humans are. You have presupposed that God exists, and you have presupposed that everything was made by God. Fuck off. We alone are responsible. Nope. Still presupposing. What caused the dinosaurs to go extinct? Well, it was a combination of a meteorite and the following aftermath. Neither of these. I'm just reading through their answers, see if any of them are close to accurate. I'll never know. Nope. First three, garbage. Fourth one is close. It's just a little too mocking. You're mocking people for believing in the science, and yes, some of the dinosaurs evolved into birds, but some of the dinosaurs went on to evolve into other things. Let's see, what more can I add to this? Technically technically the dinosaurs didn't go completely extinct. Technically. See evidence of global catastrophe on Venus and Mars. So why can't they admit the evidence on Earth? Oh, are you finally supporting activism for climate change? Is that a thing that you're actually doing? Because climate change is a very real thing, shouldn't be ignored, but I think it's kind of laughable that you're talking about that. Let's see. Oh man, I'm not gonna keep scrolling for that. Anyways, I guess I'm probably gonna call this video rapid fire debunking or some shit. Anyways, thanks for being along for the ride. My back fucking hurts. I'm gonna go lay down after I upload this. Very happy about the new subscriber. If you're watching this, thank you.